For having never run for office, last time I ran for office was in 1973. I ran for student body vice president. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why I'm running, my goals as mayor, and then a little bit about myself. Why am I running? I petitioned as an unaffiliated independent candidate because I think the two-party system is broken. It's broken at our national level, it's broken at our state level, and I think it's broken in our city. Our incumbent and our mayor that I voted for has raised a good portion of his money from out of state and out of the city. And a lot of it's tied to controversial development that's going on in our city. With all due respect to my Republican candidate, I like Andy, but I believe he's a placeholder. I've managed to raise more money as an independent petitioning candidate than a major party. So it's no disrespect to those two candidates, but the party system is broken. The state is, who feels safe living in the state of Connecticut right now? Nobody does. The mismanagement of the state budget and our lack of leadership at City Hall has made me a very nervous resident. I think this city has great bones. I wasn't born here. I've lived here for 20 years and raised my children here. We've got fabulous neighborhoods, but our core is a mess. We're a mess from the Walk Bridge to Wall Street. I think we have unrealized potential, but I also believe we're being cherry-picked by developers, and it's threatening the soul of our city. The grand list has only grown by 1%, and we're not keeping up. Because we do pay our employees well, and basically if you do the math, we raise salaries 1-2% every year, maybe sometimes 3%, and we only are growing our grand list by 1%. Over the years of living here, I've seen no strategy. The best thing Norwalk's got going for us is we've got location between New York City and Yale. But things just happen to us. We are not proactive. I haven't seen, no one person is in charge at City Hall. We say we have a strong council, weak mayor, yet all the city departments report into a partisan mayor, and we're reactive. So there's 3 goals in my campaign. And they've been things that I've fought for the last 20 years. Land use reform. Bricks and mortar fund our city. They fund our school system, which is 52% of our budget. I think we need to reform our planning and zoning and redevelopment, which I've described as a black ops. It has so much impact on our city, but we really never know what they're doing until it's already been done. I want to stop the land use decisions that result in lawsuits. I want to enforce ordinances of blight and illegal housing that devalue our neighborhoods and place strains on our schools, our fire, and our police. I want to professionalize City Hall. I've nearly started World War III by suggesting that we have a city manager. I want to have charter revision. I see a mayor's job as being the visionary and the protectionist for the city against the state. But I see a city manager as someone who could manage the city departments, which right now are their own little fiefdoms and result in a lot of the different lawsuits that we get because the right hand doesn't know what the left hand's doing. And finally, I want to attract mid-sized business and grow our tax base. We have a bad reputation, just like the state. We're not easy to do business with. We have bureaucracy and red tape. That's not going to attract businesses to our state or to our city. I'd like to streamline the processes. I'd also like to look at our parking. We seem to think we're in the parking business and not the business business. Now a little bit about me. I got a minute. I've lived here for 20 years. I raised 2 boys here. They both grew up to Bryant Man. One's at George Washington, the other one's at Virginia Tech. I spent 25 years in the corporate world. I've lived all over the world. I grew up in Utah. I came back east with AT&T. I sold switching and transmission equipment around the world. I lived in London, Singapore. This is the longest I've lived anywhere. It's a fabulous city. I've been a 3-time cancer survivor. Breast cancer, leukemia, bone marrow transplant, and breast cancer again. I'm a fighter. No, that. But basically, I quit the corporate world and I directed all my energies into Norwalk, into the school system, and then after the school system, planning and zoning, and then finally into charter revision when I saw that we weren't actually addressing the operational issues of our city. I'm an independent, I'm nonpartisan, I'm a normal taxpayer, I'm not an employee. I'll look after the city, I'll fight for it, and I'll work with Republicans